The brand new behind the back patch in NBA 2K20 just dropped. I think, was it Thursday or Friday, Wolf, of last week?
Yep.
That sound about right. So we had to come on. I brought Wolf, one of the best lockdowns in the world, to talk about not only the offensive side of the ball and the changes with the patch, but also the defensive side of the ball. So you ready to get into it, Wolf?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Here we go. We asked on our community poll. If you follow us on YouTube and you're subbed, you see all of our community posts almost every single day. We're interacting with you guys, so make sure you check it out. We had over 4,000 votes, and we asked, behind the back patch, is it a W or an L? 76% of you guys said it's a win. 24% said it's a loss. So it seems like, Wolf, a lot of people do like this patch, okay? Now, we'll start from the top down. I'm gonna go from the most upvoted comments here on this poll and see some of the responses, and Wolf's gonna give his feedback, and I will as well. So first, from Cade M86, one of our members, shout out to you, Cade. He said, huge W. Now that we can see which point guards can really score without hiding behind screens, spamming behind the back 5 times a possession. So first thoughts on that comment, Wolf?
He's 100% right. I mean, the whole meta of 2K20 has been, spam to behind the back until the lockdown either A, gets stunned by the tight handles badge, or B, gets brick walled by a big screen, and yeah, I mean that's been the offense for 2K20 at the highest level for the past few months. But now you see things change. Now they can't abuse that move. They have to learn different dribble moves, get open differently, or now, which I'm a big fan of, get their team involved. Call some backdoor cuts, call some fifis, call some wing cuts, stuff that the Pacers love as a team. People who follow the 2K League, we enjoy running plays and getting team basketball. But in general, I think it's a much funner to watch. Much more fun to watch. Rather than just pick and roll or 2-man game, get your corners involved, get your sharp involved, get some team basketball going. Let's see some passing, which I'm all for it.
How do you think it affects your job, let's say as the primary lockdown guarding ball, or even that secondary defender if you're guarding the pick and roll, or even out of the corner? How do you think it affects defense as a whole?
Well, now it makes things much easier. That move was deadly. The behind the back, it was very fast. It caused a lot of space, and it stunned the defender, certain times. So if the lockdown or the primary defender got caught with that move, everybody had to be in position to help on the wing. The center had to step up. The corner had to drop on the roll. So that one move alone, single-handedly, could destroy the defense. It makes people move. It makes people get active. But with that being gone, now you're focused more on off-ball players. Like I said, the cuts. You're focused more on, maybe off-ball screens and slips and all that. So it definitely changes your mindset as a defender, whether it be on the ball or off the ball, just because the way the offense plays out is much differently now.
Awesome. Okay, next up from Unfocused Fiction. He said less cheese, meaning the move, the behind the back, equals more meat and potatoes. Better find a screen buddy. So similar to what you said, you take that out, it's more about real basketball or, real stick in 2K, right?
Yeah, no, of course. Like I said earlier, people just abused that one move. That was the only thing they did. And the stipulation now is that was the only move that was like good in the game to get open or whatnot. But I disagree. I think people were just so they used it as a crutch. It was the only thing they knew, and they didn't try out other things, and they didn't experiment. So watching games recently and playing, you've seen a lot of new moves that I didn't see at all in 2K20, and the scores are still the same. It just it might be a little harder for point guards to score, because you can't abuse the move. And but like I said, you gotta adjust, and less cheese, and like you said, more meat and potatoes. So
Well said there. Yes, unfocused fiction. Shout out to you. Well said. All right, next up, another celebrity appearance here. We have Albert Einstein said, that's a big dub coming from a slashing playmaker. So talk to me on how this patch affects things like the BP build, or does it improve an offensive threat or a slashing playmaker? Or how does this change the meta, if at all, for point guards?
I think it improves more slashing play styles because, like I said, without that move, it's harder to get open behind the screen for a three. So slashing guards could probably still get a bucket inside the paint, do one move, a crossover, take the screen and just drive, which is should be their bread and butter, rather than dance behind the screen to try to get a three up, which is much harder now to do because the behind the back was taken away. So. Slashing playmakers or slashers or anything that drives to the hoop should reap benefits without the behind the back.
Okay, now let's look at it from the other point of view. We did have 24% of people vote that it's an L to take it out of the game, and that's almost 1,000 people out of the 4,000 that we asked or who responded. So from Liam White, he said L because it's the only good move ISO players had. So some people might say, hey, you took away the only thing that I can get open with. What's your response there?
I think, maybe at the moment it may feel that way, but it goes back to what I said, test it out, find new moves, and you may come, to revisit that. Maybe it's not so bad. But I think it does affect ISO players, quote unquote, a lot because, the new dribble system this year is not the best. They took out rhythm dribbles, which were huge. That was a big change between 19 and 20, the rhythm dribbles. So, definitely it's harder to get open ISO. But I think overall for the game, I think it's, no behind the back is just better overall. Just for more healthier gameplay, if that makes sense.
Definitely, and I'm scrolling through here. We probably have over 100 comments, and it seems like everybody agrees with what you're saying. They're saying, it's more of a team game. It was very difficult to guard in ISO situations and behind a screen. Someone said all the L's, if you voted for it, was for the spammers who only did the behind the back. So it seems like overall the community agrees that it is a W. But my last question, Wolf, will be, we're going to figure out probably today or tomorrow how the league build is going to play, the league mode for the NBA 2K League. Do you want to see behind the back in the league mode, or do you not?
I do not want to see the behind the back in the league mode. Just because, the points I said earlier, I like more team gameplay. I want to see more variations of moves from point guards, so each point guard can have an identity. So I'm going to go through a couple point guards. You can see like BP, Radiant, all those guys are amazing dribblers, but with the behind the back, they're all the same. Everybody's spamming the same move, because it's the best move to get open. But if you take that move away, now those guys have to innovate and find new ways, which could in turn bring different dribble identities to point guards, which I think will be great. Everybody, Fab could be more of like a 1-2 move, very simple, gets to a spot, makes a play. BB could be fancy, a lot of dribbles in one spot, make, fake one way, go the other way. Radiant the same. So it just, without the behind the back, I think it gives point guards an identity, with specific moves that they do, rather than everybody doing the same thing. So I think it's better for the league gameplay wise. I think it'll be more fun to watch. Mm-hmm. I think, I hope it's not in the league mode, or league mode, I'm sorry, but we'll see soon.
Yes, we will be finding out soon. If you follow our team, our draft is coming up in February as well. Wolf, Swizz, and Nate come in town. We're filming this on Monday. You might see this the day they come in town, Wednesday, January 29th. So a lot more content coming soon. Let us know down in the comments what you think about what Wolf said in this video. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why or why not? We love chatting with you guys and listening to the community for sure. As always, Wolf, appreciate you hanging out and talking about the behind the back today.
Anytime.
Yes, sir. We appreciate all of you for tuning in to this video and, of course, all of our other content. We hope you have a great day. From Wolf and Cody and all of Pacers Gaming, we'll see you next time.